Hello, my name is Louis the Choir. I'm reporting from Tok, Alaska. My weather observations are from Monday, March 23rd to Friday, March 27th. In order to get more accurate readings from my instruments, I have recalibrated my barometer to the NWS site in Northway again. Also, I have moved my digital thermometer to another location, this time further from vehicle exhaust or vents from the building. For Monday, I recorded my temperature at 1:09 p.m. It came to be a temperature of 30 degrees Fahrenheit with a pressure of 1015 millibars. It was clear with a pretty inconsistent breeze, very nice outside, and the snow started to melt in certain areas that were exposed to the sun. Tuesday, March 24th. I recorded a temperature of 30 degrees Fahrenheit at 12:54. Pressure is 1013 millibars. It is clear out with a bright, shining sun that is thawing most of the things in the parking lot and making it become hazardous. There is a slight breeze, and I can hear the birds chirping in the trees. Wednesday, March 25th. The time is 1 o'clock. The temperature I recorded is 33 degrees Fahrenheit, and the pressure is 1009 millibars. It is mostly clear with a few wispy clouds in the sky. There's a slight breeze heading to the west, and I can see that it is pushing a fair amount of smoke from the stack in that direction. For Thursday, March 26th, the time I took the temperature was at 1:01 p.m. The temperature is 30 degrees, and the pressure is 990. Thursday, March 26th. The time is 1:01 p.m. The temperature is 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and the pressure is 999 millibars. It is clear in the morning. Afternoon becomes partly cloudy with lots of altocumulus clouds. I can still see patches of sky poking through them though, and the slight breeze to the west is more consistent. Friday, March 27th. The time is 12:45 p.m. and the temperature is 36 degrees. Pressure is 1004 millibars. It's pretty clear in the morning, but nimbostratus clouds come in by the late afternoon. Temperatures still rise, causing standing water in some of the areas of town, and most of the steps become dangerous to walk on. As we transition over to the air temperature graph, you can see that my data collected falls pretty well in line with the NWS data from Northway. The reason that my data points are so high on this graph is that I took them in the early to late afternoon, which corresponds with the warmest time of day. As we look at the barometric pressure graph, we can see that my recalibration wasn't exactly perfect, but it was fairly consistent, much more consistent than the one previous. I average about 1 to 2, maybe 3 millibars of pressure over what Northway reported. This change in pressure right here actually corresponds with the level of wind that I reported, where in the beginning of the week I said it was very light and inconsistent, and at the end of the week I said there was more substantial gusts of wind. In this picture here we can see that high pressure has come from eastern Russia to dominate most of the state. In fact, the only part of Alaska that isn't in a high pressure area here is the southwest, which is having to deal with this low pressure that's forcing a lot of precipitation over the Aleutian Islands. Tok is located about here, and despite the fact that there's numbers covering it, it was a clear day, and I bet you if we could see that, we'd see a big clear patch right about here. We can see here on Tuesday that while this low pressure system is dominating the marine area down in the south, the interior, right about here is Tok, is in a high pressure area and is clear, void of any clouds as these high pressure systems move on into Canada. On Wednesday, the high pressures have mostly left. A low pressure comes in from the northwest of the state, down towards the interior, down towards where Toke is, and drops the pressure, overall pressure, and also brings in some colder temperatures, which I did record that day. On Thursdays, low pressures dominate the state, both in the south here and in the north up here. I'm in this middle zone, away from any precipitation, but still caught in some cloudiness. This day was the lowest pressure that I recorded in my data. On Friday, we can see that this low pressure system is now rolling to the southwest. This allows this high pressure to come in here at the panhandle. The pressure in Toke also shoots back up, as do the temperatures. The clouds are a little bit more predominant, but the temperatures are higher, and there's only less of a breeze than there was Thursday, but there still is a little bit of wind that is flowing through the valley there. As we look at some satellite and radar imaging data for Wednesday, we can see that kind of corresponds to what I said. Let's start over here at the visible. A lot of clouds here in the south of Alaska, south central, southwest, southeast. Not too many in the interior, especially where I am. It's pretty clear. If we hop over here to the water vapor, we can see that again, lots of water here in the southern part of Alaska, and pretty devoid a little bit south where I am. And then I am right here, right on the cusp of that non-water area, that water void right here. Which it was clear, so that makes sense. And then if we go up to the infrared, we can see that there's water, of course, heating it. There's a lot of moisture moving about in the south of the state, and then not very much in the interior, maybe spots of it. But where I am, which is about right here in this circle, there's not much moisture, and like I said, it was pretty clear those days, so it pretty much matches with what I reported.